Okay. All right. Everybody good?
Yeah.
2, 3, 2, 3.
Beer, 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 beer.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Maperuski, for Beer Review number 100. And I do have a bunch of friends with me, so I'll let everybody introduce themselves.
What's up? I'm Sean.
Hey guys, I'm Doug.
I'm Jordan.
All right. And today we are drinking some Laser Show Double IPA, Vermont style double IPA, sorry, from Left Field Brewing Company outside of Toronto. Can't really see that, but I'll put a little picture in post. And yeah, it's coming in at 8% alcohol by volume. Unknown IBUs, I'm pretty sure. I can't find it on the bottle, but it should be pretty big and bold. I'm very excited, and you guys are excited too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. All
Thirsty.
Beer Review 100, baby.
Alrighty, let's crack it open. So there's one. Whoever wants to get the next one, do
Deal
that.
with this. No problem. Oh yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so Jordan, who's pouring here? You gonna pour yours? Douglas will pour yours in a second. Pour as much as you want, guys.
Decent amount of head.
I know I got a lot of head on mine. Shit.
Yeah, shit, man.
Looks good.
Alright. Okay,
Let's
so
get these bottles out of the way a little bit.
looks pretty.
It's pretty dark for like a
Pretty red.
an amber.
Yeah.
It's like an amber.
Yeah, it's like in between.
Yeah, it's like a deep amber. Pretty hazy though.
Yeah.
Pretty
very
hazy.
muddy.
We all got some pretty big heads
Murky.
on ours. Sean's probably got the least, probably a better pour. But
It's all that
Wait.
practice.
But you want the foam for the flavor.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what kind of aromas it has. It smells pretty sweet. Holy crap!
Yeah, it smells.
Smells
Yeah.
delicious.
It smells like pineapple.
Yeah,
mango.
it does.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
tropics.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, like pineapple mango.
Yeah,
orange.
Not too much like pininess. A little bit of grapefruit, but then again, I got
A little
lot
bit
of
of orange,
head.
I think.
Yeah, for sure. It smells delicious.
Yeah. Alright.
So we'll have a first sip and then we'll cheers after. That's all I
Okay.
always do.
Alright.
All right, let's
Alright.
have a sip. Oh my god.
Wow, it comes on
Wow.
strong at the end though.
Yeah.
That's so smooth.
That's
That's
holy
unreal.
It's
shit.
smooth at the top,
shit.
it's sweet at the top, and then it comes on strong at the end.
Yeah, you got like that
Slight like bitter.
Yeah.
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 Is anyone getting like a little bit of creaminess to it?
It's from the
Like
foam,
frothy.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's. I think that's like the murkiness of it. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because it's all unfiltered, right? So it's wow, that's really nice.
But I don't think we poured out all the sediments yet, too.
No,
it's
we
probably
didn't.
just still.
We can fucking pour out all the beer.
It's probably just sitting at the bottom right there now.
What's this bottle looking like? Yeah, there's definitely some in
Maybe
the
let
bottom.
me toss it
Little
around.
top.
Just throw it all in. Maybe pass it around a bit and keep going. You see like some physical chunks like fall out of the bottle.
Yeah, right.
Here comes Sean getting all the chunks.
Nice. You actually hear it like plop in.
Just one bottle down. So yeah, let's give everybody a cheers, and then we'll keep
cheers.
Cheers,
Happy
boys.
100th review.
Happy
everyone.
100.
Yeah, 100.
And
100.
cheers to the camera.
There you go.
Cheers.
Holy crap,
Wow.
that is so sweet.
I don't even think it's that sweet, to be honest.
No, it's
Really?
sweet.
I'm getting
It's
a lot of
sweet.
I
sweetness.
just think it's like
It's heavy though.
It's creamy and
Strong.
like, smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's nice
yeah.
and
It's thick.
No, it's not thick. It's relatively light.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's weird, like viscosity wise, it's not super thick, but it feels thicker than it is.
I
You
feel
know?
like it's like heavy.
Yeah, the way it sits as well. Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I just had a solid sip of a beer. You know?
yeah.
Definitely wasn't water.
Yeah, this is definitely a bit of a slow sipper in my opinion.
Yeah.
But a lot of flavor, a lot of more like mango, and I guess even maybe like papaya flavor in the actual drink.
You know, this is the kind of beer
right, man.
that I'd like when I come back from work or something. This is
Yeah.
the kind of beer I'd love to crack one of them and like chill. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's almost
like,
it's almost like it's like a thicker version of the Kronenbergs almost.
That's actually that's a pretty good description.
Just because of all the citrus and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good use of hops, a little bit of like a sweet malt as well, but it's big as bold, but it's not super hoppy. You You know, it's not super bitter, which I thought
'Cause
was
it's
gonna
sweet,
be-
though.
Yeah. Like
Nothing
sweetness
over. You know what I think?
takes it.
Nothing overpowers anything else.
Yeah, no, it flows really nice. That's one thing I always look for, and that's what I like in some beers. Is that if everything flows well, then it's a good beer in my opinion.
Yeah, like all the different attributes kind of balance. It's not like some beers are like extremely hoppy to the point where it's like
Yeah.
that's all you can get out of the beer.
What is it if the beer is more hoppy? Is it like more bitter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, it'd make it more
yeah.
bitter, but
Yeah.
it's also like I don't know how to describe it except for hoppy. It's like that taste that comes with it. It's
Like that
a really-
piney,
Yeah.
grapefruity sort of flavor and whatnot.
But you kind of get a lot of that, like, as the aftertaste in this
Yeah.
one. There.
Yeah. Sort of lingers or whatnot. But it's
I think,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, the citrus doesn't linger.
Yeah.
Citrus dissipates pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But
The hoppiness stays for a little bit.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, so let's see what the bottle has to say. Let's go start with ingredients first. Ingredients are water, malted barley, flaked wheat, hops, and Vermont ale yeast. Then it has again French.
Like a good Canadian beer should.
Yeah. Keep cool and enjoy fresh. Please drink responsibly. That's always a nice message. This is brewed at Left Field Brewery, 36 Wangstaff. It's a funny name. Drive, Ontario, Toronto, Canada. And then they have their website, which is leftfieldbrewery.ca. And then their big description, they say, Laser Show is born from our love for hazy
Bless.
tropical IPAs made in the northeastern U.S. and is particular New England All-Stars Laser Beam line drives. No idea what the hell that means, but okay. This is
delicious.
Sounds good.
Absolutely delicious.
This double IPA is intensely hopped with Citra, Simcoe, Centennial, and Mosaic, and fermented with a uniquely fruity yeast strain from Vermont. Laser Show overflows with flavor of tropical fruits, lychee, cantaloupe, and orange juice concentrate. Wow. I think you mentioned the orange, right?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us got the lychee or cantaloupe.
No.
No.
I think you were close with the papaya.
Yeah.
Papaya.
Well, then again, I always say everybody's like palate's different, right? So everybody gets something a bit.
We were all in the ballpark, tropics.
Yeah. Pun
Tropics,
intended.
man.
It's a big, juicy beer with soft mouthfeel and an easy finish. Ballpark pairings, or food pairings, are pretzels and hot mustard, or chicken wings. So,
Chicken wings is a pretty broad spectrum.
Yeah, right. What kind of chicken?
We were actually
Exactly.
thinking about wings. I think
Yeah,
you
we-
brought that
Yeah,
up.
that's why we brought it up, because
Yeah.
good pairing is wings.
Yeah, but we didn't get the wings, so.
I know.
That's right.
I'm hungry.
Now we're talking about chicken wings. Mustard. No, that's nice.
Enough chicken wing talk. Making me hungry.
More beer. More beer.
More beer.
Yeah, if
Liquid
anybody needs a
diet
top
today.
Up, go for it.
But it's not that easy of a finish, just because it's really hoppy.
Yeah. It's definitely something you don't want to shotgun, especially since it is a glass bottle. But
Yeah, even even if your throat didn't get cut up, you'd probably still be in the washroom for a bit after.
yeah,
I see what you mean, Doug. It has a little bit of a bitter bite after.
It does.
which is nice.
But it's not like overwhelming.
Dude, this is a nice beer, man. Good.
Yeah, right.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great
number
choice of
100?
beer. Review 100, yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Oh, it's something that most people would actually enjoy. They had a few other ones, but like they would just seem too like even I don't think I'd enjoy that style that much.
So for like someone who is not like an avid beer drinker, would you recommend something like this or?
Yeah, I would like to somebody that's just coming in. You mean?
Yeah, someone who like doesn't, they're like, oh, I don't drink beer kind of thing, and they wanted,
Yeah. You know what? I would recommend this, even though it is pretty big. As far as craft beer goes, I still would recommend it, just because it's not super hoppy, in the sense that like it's gonna kick your ass kind of thing. It has a lot of nice sweet flavors as well, which I think would turn a lot of people on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Like,
a good starter for
think-
a medium beer.
Because it's not overwhelming in any sense as well, but you get kind of like a taste of different aspects of what beir can be like.
Yeah,
So you get some of like the citrusy flavor overtones, and then
sweetness.
you get that like that bitter aftertaste. But
Yeah.
a lot of people, what I find when they're when they're first getting into beers, when something's too bitter off like the first sip, like it's almost like as soon as it hits their palate, a decision is made.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where with this, the first decision will be, oh, this is actually pretty
Really
tasty
good.
as a normal drink because of the citrus. But then they'll actually get some of that actual, like, you know, what other beers can be like as well with the, you know, all the hops and everything that
Yeah,
come
yeah.
through after the citrus. But it's not harsh.
No, not at all.
So, you know,
And you know, I think that has to do with one hop that it does use is the Citra hop, and that's probably my favorite one because it adds that sweetness characteristic to it, and it makes it just flows really well. And then Simcoe and Centennial, I still can't really pinpoint what they taste like. Mosaic's about like a medium, sort of like decently bitter, but also nice fruitiness. But Citra is definitely where you get a lot of that fruit out of it, kind of thing.
Dude, you know what? The beers had so much residue in them, but if you look at everyone's glasses, there's like no residue at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what?
I got a bit.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
some?
yeah,
Got
have a
it?
look,
yeah,
have a
yeah.
look.
Oh yeah.
It's because I got the last little
Yeah,
bit of
you
the
got it,
bottle.
you got it.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have a little bit
I don't know
on
if you
the
guys can see that in the camera.
that's
Probably
it,
not,
yeah.
but I
Yeah.
got some
Interesting.
some particles floating around.
Wait, so like all that residue, what like what's that all about?
I think that's just because like it is unfiltered, right?
Yeah.
So it's like live yeast, from what I know.
So that's yeast. at the
Should that
bottom.
add to
Yeah,
like, what would
that's
that do to a
yeast.
beer?
Well, yeah, that like adds flavor and whatnot, right? And keeps it kind of going or whatnot. So when it comes to like IPAs and pale ales, there should be at least some sediment, in my opinion, on it. Every beer is a little bit different, but it's nice to see that sediment, and it does make it a bit more hazy, kind of thing. Because I've had beers where
It's completely filtered. This is a little bit of flavor.
Yeah, that's when you start getting towards the beers. It's almost like this is water almost. You know?
Yeah, or like even like lagers are always usually filtered or
Yeah.
whatnot, or partly filtered or something. But I've even had like IPAs and double IPAs where, you know, the first pour I maybe pour half and it's very clear, and then the second pour it just murks
You see like
up.
fog just
Yeah,
going. You're like,
yeah.
what?
It just becomes like a murky bog of greatness.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No, not at all.
I like this. Save water, drink beer.
Yeah, right.
I like that. I like that.
But no, this beer has turned out to be amazing. Even that it is like still a bit warmer than if it was like pulled right out of the fridge.
It's cold.
It's
dude.
yeah, it
I
sort
think
of
it's-
like beefs up the fruitiness aspect of it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. You
I
got a couple more?
don't, I don't think it's one that you
Got a
can
couple
drink
more
a
of
lot.
these?
No
Yeah.
Just this right now, just what we got. But no, I don't know how many bottles are left of the LCBO. The one that I was up at was.
But this really fills you up
Do you know
though.
anything about like how old this beer is or anything like that?
I think they released Laser Show end of November.
2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Oh, so this is
Yeah,
a relatively
so it's
new
pretty
beer.
new. Yeah.
Fucking beer.
Do you know any beers that you would say are comparable to this?
Ooh, comparable to this. I know, what is it? The Double Dead Elephant by Railway City is also a double IPA, but it is nowhere near as fruity as this.
Okay.
Yeah. I forget what hops were used
So when we
in
look
that.
at the ingredients though, what would add that fruitiness? Is there
I think it's just
got
the
lychee in
hops,
it.
right?
yeah, the lychee maybe.
Because it's all like how they do, like when they add the hops, kind of thing, like at what time, what kinds of hops, and how long maybe it sits in the boil.
Yeah.
For that really has a big influence on how the beer turns out.
Yeah, like what notes come through.
Man, you really know your beers. Have you ever done beer review before?
Well, you know, I've done one or two.
Yeah, 1 or 200. Hey,
But this is a
I'm
beer
not
that you
complaining.
can't drink a lot of because it fills you up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Buddy, I could drink 2 of these bottles.
No, like yeah.
Yeah, but then you're tapping out after that probably. You know? Or you're at least switching to something else. You know?
I want to get some of that sediment in mine.
Just finishing off all the sediments, and now you just put them all right back in.
Hold on, might as well show what the beer looks like.
Yeah, give them a good look.
Oh, you know what? It looks, because of the light, it looks so see-through, but let me put my hand back there.
Now you can't see anything.
It's the bottom.
It has a weird
actually a
design,
nice bottle,
like
too.
a hot, like a striped hot design sort of.
Yeah, it looks nice though.
That's really nice. This is good, man. This is delicious.
I'm getting a nice buzz off it.
Guys, cheers.
Are you?
guys. Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers,
man.
cheers,
Hey.
cheers.
The beer review 100.
That's crazy, man. You're out of the double digits.
No.
You're into, triple digits.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Let's talk about how much beer you've had over the past 100 videos.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want to know
what
how
was
much
the
I
math you
spent
did
on
earlier?
beer.
So 50 liters. 500, on average, 500 ml a bottle.
Yeah, 500 ml bottle.
And 100 videos.
Yeah, it's about, what, 5,000 liters? 5,000.
50 liters or 5
Yeah, 50 liters.
5,000
Yeah.
milliliters.
5,000 liters.
No,
50,000 milliliters. Oh my god.
So
It's a lot of beer, man.
And that's just the beer that I reviewed.
And he's still skinny.
right?
thin.
Yeah. What was it? I went back. I went to the beer store with a bunch of empties. I think this was, I don't know, beginning of December. I had 44 cans and 44 bottles.
Oh yeah, I saw that
What did the guy
Snapchat.
say? What did the guy say? How was the party?
Yeah. Long, very long.
How many people jam over last night?
A 50-day party.
I know.
Yeah, right?
It was just me.
It's just me.
Come on.
Pretty much.
Hey, I'm excited to see what the next 100 beer reviews are gonna look like.
Oh, I know. I hope they're gonna be nice. Actually, I still got a few.
What was your number one?
Canuck Pale Ale by Great Lakes Brewing, which I have the glass for right now.
Oh, very nice.
And what have you learned over these 100 beers?
What have I've learned a shit ton.
I have a very high tolerance for beer.
Yeah, I got a good tolerance. No. I guess the more complex ones are definitely like IPAs in the sense because they bring the like a bunch of different styles of hops. That the learning process of figuring out which hop gives you a flavor. Like Citra is a much more sweeter flavor where you get those tropical flavors especially from like this beer here. And then just realizing what pine tastes like, what grapefruit tastes like, kind of thing, and sort of your palate sort of develops into accepting the beers more, I guess, acceptably, kind of thing. Because when I first started, way before I made videos, if I had this beer today, I would probably think it's not as sweet as it is, and there's a bunch more pine kind of thing. And I'd be a little bit turned off, but I still would like it, enjoy this beer because it is sweet.
You know what though, man? Beer review 200. You better be able to distinguish this cantaloupes.
Yeah, and that lychee.
We have the papaya down, but we gotta start distinguishing the cantaloupes.
Have you ever done a beer review where you've been like 100% on point with what's in the beer?
You know,
You did a couple.
Recently, I've had a few where I'm just like, I'm getting this, and then I look, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually getting this. Like, This is awesome. But yeah, that's where we're even to my point where it's just like, I might have a beer, and like I said, I'm tasting papaya in this. They might not say it has it or that flavor in here.
Doesn't mean it doesn't have it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting, right? And that's the beautiful thing about craft beer. Everybody gets something a little bit different, and it really comes down to if they like it or not. Like if one of you say today didn't really like this thing and just hated it, like I don't care. That's not your thing. That's fine. It's not cool to hate on people's tastes.
Which residue there is at the bottom?
Yeah, look, there's a lot right here too.
Yeah, a little bit. How's your?
The rest
Oh,
of
yeah.
Oh
It's
man,
not
you're going.
you got some
damn,
chunky
I got it all,
stuff.
man.
Residues, eh?
We got.
Yeah, this is good stuff, man.
Yeah.
This is good. Great beer. Like,
Jesus.
Everybody get ready to.
Have
chew
you ever
that
had
shit.
one with this much residue?
Not with this much sediment, no.
Yeah, this is
real deal.
I've had a little bit, but this
pretty
was really
hardcore.
Yeah, this is real beer.
But it makes it really bitter though.
Yeah.
chunky. It's nice.
It's in this beer.
It's like those tequilas with the worm in it.
Yeah.
You drink the sediment and get
Oh yeah. dude.
destroyed.
Yeah. I don't know what to put this IBU at, like the bitterness unit.
Yeah. Take a guess.
I want to say it's listed probably anywhere between 60 to 80.
Really?
And
Yeah.
100's top, right?
Yeah. Sometimes they can go over 100.
Oh, then it's like you're like.
Yeah.
That's
Nah.
It gets really dank.
Yeah. Damn.
I like how
Dank
they use
beers.
that. I like how they use that because like still hops, the ones that they use in beer, the female hops, are a cousin of hemp and marijuana.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Like as a plant, yeah, they're cousins. Like they're in the same
Oh,
family.
explains a lot.
But just like cannabis, the female ones are used in beer, right? Because the male ones
Yeah.
is hemp, right?
Oh, okay.
And the female is the ones that
Yo,
you smoke.
before you.
Favorite beer out of the 100 beers.
Favorite beer out of those 100 beers? Ooh. Okay, all I know is that, my two favorites, because they just remind me of such good times, is Canuck Pale Ale and Muskoka Brewery's cream ale. But I gotta say my favorite beers, I guess top 2 are Forgot About Dre from Rouge River Brewing Company.
Okay.
Up here in Markham.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That one, because
On Bullock.
it used, well, one of their renditions was using Citra hops, which is the really fruity, nice sweet hop. That one was amazing. It was super, super hazy, very, very fruity. And then other than that, I gotta say, I guess in a stout, I gotta say, what was it? No, Karma Citra by Great Lakes was also amazing, because Citra, obviously, I just love that hop. But as far as stouts go, it was Muskoka Brewery's Winter Beard.
I've actually had that. Oh, we picked that up when we called you for that recommendation.
Oh, yeah?
That's one of the beers we picked up.
Yeah.
All right, back to it.
Why is it, Nikolai? So why is winter beer?
Winter Beer?
Why is the winter brew beer?
Yeah.
Why is the Muskoka brew beer the best beer?
Well, it's one of my favorites just because it has, as a stout, it has that nice, little bit of coffee but very chocolatey, and the tartness of like cranberries, right? And it goes down really smooth, and I think everything just works really well together because it is a little bit more complex than just a regular stout, in my opinion. And the carbonation, that's one thing. Carbonation plays a good role in beer because some beers are a little overly carbonated, and for me personally, carbonation sort of overtakes some flavors.
Yeah.
It sort of masks it, right? Because like if you ever have a Coke, like a fresh Coke, and then maybe a day later it's still open, but you still take a sip, and it's super sweet.
Yeah.
Even more sweet.
It's too sweet.
Yeah. That's the carbonation coming.
I wanted to ask you.
Okay, yeah, still go.
I wanted to ask you. Okay, so when you first started the beer reviews, did you ever expect like 100 beers later, you would be like, you can actually explain a beer from top to bottom, what's going on with it, like
No.
how everything's involved, and like
have all the information.
become a beer connoisseur.
You know what? I didn't think I was going to be this, I guess, educated, both just through personal experience and just reading a few things here and there kind of thing. I thought I still have a lot more to learn, obviously, but as far as the knowledge that I have now, I thought I wouldn't be as educated so far, kind of thing.
So where did the beer review start out as? When you first started the beer review, what did it start out as?
Sort of the same style where it's like I drink a beer, see what kind of flavors it has and the aromas, and then going online to the website and Beer Advocate, which is just other people's reviews. But I didn't think I would get as many flavors and sort of identify with what's actually in the beer versus just more or less nothingness. Like my palate has developed a lot more since I first started these as well. And with some outside help and just like reading a few books or something, or just internet Googling, you can learn a lot more, and it helps you sort of identify what's going on with a beer, in my opinion, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing is, when you drink beer, do you prefer a lot of head, or does it make, like, head is good, but the amount of head that you get, does that affect the overall taste of the beer, or no?
Not really.
Carbonation thing might come into play.
Yeah, carbonation does come into play, but sometimes, like, depending on how I pour it is one thing. Sometimes I crack a beer and it just overflows, and that's either because I shook it too much and
Carried it in upside down in the bag or something.
But also sometimes it's just usually some bad beer. Like if a beer's gone bad, and I've had a few of those where they smell like cheese, or they're super tart and they're not supposed to be, like a stout. When I
Bottom of the keg kind of beers.
Yeah, or just like they've been sitting on the shelf too long, and I open them up, then they shoot out a lot of carbonation, a lot of head, and it just overflows and makes a huge mess all over my desk, which is a pain in the ass.
Does that ever happen in any of your videos?
No, I usually edit that out.
Yeah.
I would edit out the explosion every
Yeah, whether or not it happens is a different story.
Yeah. But no, that has happened before, and it's a bummer. It's a big bummer.
Yeah, because like half your beer gets wasted at the same time. You're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fuck,
You're just like, what the hell? And then you're like, what am I expecting?
I was looking forward to that beer.
Yeah.
Hey, should we bring in the...
That's why I bought 5 more.
Yeah.
Should we bring in our special guest?
Yeah, why not? We won't neglect her anymore.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Can we fit 5 in here?
I don't know.
Squeeze on down.
Squeeze
We're
down.
good. We got this.
Oh wait, well I need to get my angles. What is it?
Don't worry, this is fine.
Here, jump in here.
Hey, what's up? My name's Ash. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me today, Nikolai. What are we testing?
We are drinking some Laser Show Double IPA.
Beer.
from
Drink
left
it.
field.
Here, you don't have to tell me twice. And where is this from?
This is from Toronto, Ontario.
Is there a certain way that I'm supposed to taste it?
No, just drink.
Sorry, I
it.
missed the first half of the video. Obviously.
Pinky up, always in the
First
videos.
95%.
Little hoppy, just the right amount.
Yeah.
I dig it. Definitely.
Good.
Good for a Friday night, guys.
I give him my beer back.
All right. Thanks for having me. Okay.
We have to rank the bottle. We have to rank the beer now.
Yeah, just the presentation of the bottle and then the beer.
Okay.
Sean's almost done. We'll have him take one more sip.
Oh,
And
and
then we'll go through.
Wait.
We'll go through each
I'll
one.
finish this one.
We'll start with Shawnee Boy over there.
I need one more.
So in terms of the presentation of the bottle, I'd give it a 7. Honestly, even though I prefer a more, simple design. I like it to be like clean cut. This is kind of on the edge though, and just I don't know what I would have changed. Maybe if the green was in a white. I don't know if it reflects well with the brown, but I'd give it a 7. It's nice. It's nice.
Nice.
But when it comes to the actual beer, I'd give it an 8.5, 9.
Wow.
I think it's really tasty. I could drink. I wouldn't want to get loaded on these per se, but
Bullshit.
but
let's just spill the beer.
let me just gather these.
My apologies.
But all in all, it's a tasty beer. I really enjoy it. So thank you for bringing these over.
What's
welcome,
holding you
bro.
back from a 10?
What's holding me back from a 10?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as perfect. I gotta have room for something else. Okay.
Oh, that's all.
Fair enough. Douglas?
In terms of presentation, I give it a 7 too. For me, it just looks too plain. Looks like a regular beer bottle. If it's something special like this, I hope to see something, better packaging. Something that stands a little more. Looks like a regular, Budweiser, or look like, one of those bottles. So that's a 7 in terms of the packaging. In terms of beer, I'll probably give it an 8. It's a little too heavy for me, and it's not something you can drink a lot of without getting super bloated. If it's a really good beer, it's something I want to drink a lot of, and I can't do that in this beer per se. And it's a little bitter, too bitter for me at the very end, the last bite. If it was this sweetness with, just a single IPA, I think that would be a better combination for me. It's just more bitterness than sweetness towards the end, and the sweetness goes way too fast to counteract the bitterness.
Fair enough.
Jordan, you up?
I guess we'll save Nikolai for last.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Unlike Sean and Douglas, who've earlier in this video said that they thought it was clean cut and very nice presentation, I'm gonna say this is extremely a nice presentation. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Why?
I'm gonna give it a 9 just because it's very simple. It's just one design, Laser Show logo. And like what else I don't like about this, it doesn't have that like rip sticker.
It's
yeah.
lasered on or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like that as well. Just so it's when I try to even present it to the camera, I couldn't. It just went see through, right? So overall beer, I give the cuvee. What did I give the cuvee? 'Cause that's my favorite beer of all time.
We gave it like 11 or 12 out of 10.
Okay, so I give that. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a 9. This is a delicious beer, so highly recommended for sure.
Nice. I'll take the bottle now. Now, looking at this bottle for presentation, for the looks, it looks really nice. I wish maybe they did have a little bit of a background, like Jordan said, maybe not like a terrible sort of like paper
Appeal.
background of it, but maybe like a white or even like a black background to at least show off a bit more of the striped hop sort of logo that they have here. Other than that, I wish they put the IBUs on it and maybe a brewed on date. I like to see those. Those are a nice addition
That
as
is a
well.
nice thing to see. Yeah.
Yeah, just to see make sure your beer's fresh or even a press before date. But they have a very nice description. They do have food pairings, and they list the hops that are used, which is perfect. And also the
But no IBUs though.
that's what I say.
But I
yeah,
thought the
no
food
IBUs.
pairings was a nice touch.
Yeah, I like the food pairings as well. That's nice, and they're just showing what kind of hops they actually use. So
Yeah, that's nice.
you get all these flavors, and you're like, well, what did they use realistically? Right? And they give you that, which is nice. So for presentation, just because they don't have the IBUs or the bottled on or best before date, I gotta give it a solid 9 for presentation.
Damn right.
But for the beer itself, it was nice. It was really sweet. I think I would have liked a little bit more bitterness to it, in my opinion, and for my palate. But overall, it was quite well done. I gotta give this beer a solid 9.5 for flavor. I think they did an amazing job.
I agree.
I'm happy I got
This
this.
is a good fucking beer, man. It's a good beer.
100.
Woo! 100, buddy. 100.
But I gotta say one thing too. Left Field does do delivery now. Online
do they?
delivery. Yeah.
No way.
So now it's an 11. Now I got it.
That's
Presentation.
even better, yeah.
What do you
Service.
give this beer shot? What do you give this beer now? 11? Is it 11?
Well, it doesn't have the IBUs, but they do deliver, and they deliver past close.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you need that beer at 2 a.m., you know who to call.
Probably
Besides
not
me,
Bagels,
call me too.
Foster's, but no, they
actually-
do delivery, which is nice. This is brand new, I'm pretty sure.
Is it after hours? Do you know if they do it after hours?
Well, it's not
sick.
like same day delivery. It's like
It'll be after hours. It won't be after
business
hours.
days.
Can we ask them to deliver some more right now?
Exactly.
I'm thirsty, man.
But no, this is actually well done. I really like Left Field Brewery. It's a solid beer. It's a solid
But
brewery.
can we actually ask them to deliver?
They'll deliver, not right now.
Not right now.
Well, if it takes 2 days, that means we're just turning up on a Monday. Like that's okay.
Oh, it's a 2-day delivery?
It's I think it's like 3 to 5 days.
Business
or something.
days, though. Business days.
Business days.
So next Friday we're set.
Next Friday.
All right, that's a plan.
Yeah, I'm down.
That's
I'm
a plan.
down, I'm down. Perfect.
That's a plan.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anybody have any lasting comments about this or?
Bring the chick back.
Bring the
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Bring the chick back. Jump in here.
Jump in.
We need you in the video for the thumbnail for the.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for watching Nikolai's videos. He is a talented, brilliant young individual, and we're all so happy
Thanks, Ashley.
for his
Ashley-
talent. I mean, he brings these
Ashley,
beers
Yo,
over.
that's a century, bro.
Yeah.
That's a century. The century video.
9
That's a
months.
century video.
Century video.
What's your opinion on the
Yeah,
beer?
what's your
And,
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of any hoppy beers. I've got a real feminine palate in that sense. I prefer a lager, but you know what? I haven't tried this before, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Ah.
and Ashley,
Yeah,
how about the
presentation.
design? The design of the beer.
Where is Left Field Brewery?
It's down in Toronto.
Oh wow, okay. Well, you
Wangstaff.
gotta support your local brewers, right?
Yeah.
Gotta
rep
you
the
know what?
city.
I think it's really relevant right now. Actually, it has a really modern aesthetic. This is something I see a hipster holding, it's in, No, I'm serious.
Half passed out on the street.
Yeah. It's aesthetically pleasing and it seems very modern. It's definitely something that you could hold at a bar, something to seem hip, if that's what you're into.
Yeah. It's just give me the 1 liter.
Yeah.
Wait, Sean, look at my
I want to be the
Yeah, 'cause-
hippest alcoholic in
exactly.
here.
So, Brewski out.
And wait, what was I gonna say? If anybody wants to, what was I gonna say? If anybody have any comments, questions, or beers you want me to review in the future for the next 100,
Subscribe down below.
leave all that in the
Subscribe
box
below,
down
leave a
below.
comment,
Subscribe if you'd like.
Drop a like.
Yep.
Drop a like.
Drop a
Share it
like.
with a homie or two.
Exactly. And that'll do it for me, Maperuski, and all my friends here. Sean,
Peace.
Douglas, Jordan, and Ashley. Like I always
Peace
say,
out, guys.
crack a beer and enjoy.
Cheers! Beer review 100! The best beer is an open beer.
Yes.
Best beer is an empty beer.
Actually,
Oh,
that's the
beauty
worst
of
beer.
post-production. Okay.